I have a bent square nail and a silver ring. We're gonna bury this at what? Choose what depth?
2 inches.
2 inches? Yeah, we're gonna bury this at 2 inches deep in this ground here. Just swing over it first, make sure. Swing over that, make sure we're not trying to trick you guys. Probably just dig it with a hand digger.
Okay.
Just dig a hole, dig a plug with a hand digger.
You can do it?
Yeah, I can dig a hole right here. Let's go 3 inches. How about that? It's about 2.5, it's about 3 inches right there. Sweep over it right there. Spanking it hardcore. I got the square nail we're gonna put right above it. I got the Bounty Hunter Time Ranger Pro here. Spanking it out, 79, 80s. Now I'll just put this square nail, the target is right there. I'll put this leaf right where that's at, right? Just to mark it. It's pretty much gone now. Now try it with the legend. No. Ain't gonna do it. Not with that square nail above it.
Masked out.
Yeah, it's masked out. Now let's just move it away from that just a little bit, right there. Now swing over it. What frequencies and what program are you in?
I'm in field, 40 kilohertz, full gain, 10 notch. Or
Pretty much just what we hunt in normally.
So you gotta pull out the iron then.
Yep.
You gotta remove the iron if you want to unmask it.
Yep. And this machine falses on that nail. See, watch, I'll get right over it. It'll false over it. That iron, if I wiggle it, so will his detector, right? But I want to, when I'm swinging it in a normal arc, I want to be able to hit targets, swing at a normal arc. I'm not going to be testing detectors like this, swinging in. I'm not walking around like this everywhere I go, right? So a real swing speed. We'll take that nail out of there. Obvious.
If the iron was underneath the ring, would the result be the same?
No, no.
Smacks it.
I don't think I have that red tie there in there anymore. There we go. Little test there on a silver ring. I'll say it's about 2.5 inches deep. 2.5, 3 inches deep on a silver ring. It's good to know the limits of your detector. This is the first day that I'm using this detector here. Just about ready to go get the DS2. My arm's I'm starting to feel my arms a little bit there. I could have put some foil on top of that target. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's do that right now, because I'll put this ring back in there, this silver ring, back in there, and I have a little piece of foil there. Now swing over that target there. Now I'll take a little piece of foil here. Could have swore I know I have a little piece of foil in this bag here. I have some silver coins there and some gold, and just bear with me here. I don't want to have to dump all this stuff on the ground, but I guess I will. Little piece of foil right there. Hold on. Let me get all this gold and
Just
silver back.
there, I'll pick it up.
Sweep over it right there, dude. Make sure I didn't leave anything behind. Nope. That's that silver ring with the foil right above it.
It's hitting the foil, not the ring.
Okay, now go over it again. Swing over again. I'll put this little piece of foil. Little piece of foil. What does this foil read up at over here? Tell me.
12, 13, 10.
Okay. Put that right above the silver ring. Right. And mask it completely.
Yep.
Now go to 4 kilohertz. Smack the crap out of it, dude.
4?
4 kilohertz, yeah. It'll hit it hardcore. right?
So then 4 kilohertz is better.
But it's better at the higher conductors. We're not always going for the higher conductive targets. We're wanting the mid-conductive targets, we're wanting the targets on their edge, and we're wanting masked targets that have a mid-conductive target next to a higher conductive target. If you're in the lower frequencies, it's going to be really hard to pinpoint those lower conductive targets that are close to those mid-conductive targets. So,
however, if you were in an area that you knew had deep silver, then by far 4 kilohertz would be better.
If your soil will permit it, you know, a lot of times our soil just won't permit it, and you have to be swinging slow. That's a lot of power that you're putting through that coil there, and that detector has to process the ground, and with that much power, it's really having to work, you know, in 4 kilohertz. That's why your batteries drain really fast in the lower frequencies, because you're putting more power into the ground.
Is that
and
true?
the higher frequencies is you're not putting as much power in the ground, but it's more sensitive to low conductive targets and small targets.
So if I put an oscilloscope underneath the coil, would the actual amplitude of the waves be higher?
The waves are really tight on a high frequency. So on a lower frequency, it's really just long. Really, you're putting a lot of power to it. But power doesn't mean anything if you can't use that power, if you cannot get those returns to come back clean, you know. You know, I would say the middle frequencies is you're going to have really good results with the mid frequencies on a broader range of targets. The lower frequencies, there's so many disadvantages of the lower frequencies. You know, it's hotter on the deep iron. That deep iron is going to sound freaking awesome in the lower frequencies. And in the higher frequencies, you know, this jewelry is usually pretty shallow for us. 99.9% of the jewelry that I find is within about 1 or 2 inches, right? All the gold rings, the silver rings. The silver rings are kind of deeper sometimes, but we just don't find deep jewelry. I mean, sure, detectors will detect stuff this far away, you know, but once you get the hot soil, this dense clay here, you know, plays a huge factor, this dense clay and the moisture in the ground.
Jim's pretty smart, you know, for spending his time on the shallow targets and going to high frequency. Yeah. That's why he finds so much jewelry. Yeah.
Jim finds a lot of jewelry because he's in 40 kilohertz or higher frequencies. He uses a small coil, and that small coil rejects that deep junk everybody else is wanting to go for. Right? I don't care about that deep junk silver coins, because the rate of returns to silver coins to nails and junk and deep big iron, it's just not worth it anymore. Maybe it was worth it, you know, 20 or 30 years ago when there's a lot of silver, and the silver was shallower back then, so we didn't have to go as deep, and we didn't have foil all over back then. You know, nowadays there's just so much foil, it's hard to even fathom how much foil is in parks, you know. And you know, the mid frequencies, like right around 15 kilohertz, is going to do really good. You're not going to have too many problems with the higher frequencies not doing well in the soil, and you can swing faster in the higher frequencies, but you're not going as deep too. So, you know,
all those gum wrappers go right on the ground.
Yeah, if you guys want that deep silver, go right ahead. You guys just go right ahead. I don't give a crap about silver anymore these days. Just the returns are just not worth it. Here we go. It's a junky target right there.
Drop something?
No. Junk. It's big deep iron.
What makes you think it's big deep iron?
The tone. Well, I'm gonna go get the Deus 2 here.
All right, now we can do some real detecting.
Yeah, now we can do some real detecting. Actually, I might get the Simplex Ultra. I have the SX28 coil on it today. I think I'll go with the SX28 coil. Here's a good one, right here. Very good target. Oh yeah. Right on the surface. Is it a gold ring?
Could be.
Oh boy. This ground is woody here. There's some foil there. It's a large piece of foil. See that? Large piece of foil there. I'm gonna go grab a different detector here. My arm's starting to get a little bit tired here because it's a straight shaft here. This is kind of a bigger machine here, right? Don't want to wear my arm out for the other machines. Well, thank you for watching.